She lost her way, although she stays, she's never yours. She doesn't breathe, she doesn't leave when she's with you. She scratches red and cuts too deep, there's nothing left to do. The world inside she sees is solid black, trapped inside a ball. The world inside she sees is always gray, trapped inside a ball. The world inside where light never comes in, trapped inside a box. Distant again, trying to get closer to you. You always go back to the place of black and blue.
Hi everyone, welcome. Come on in. This is the Cassidy The Cardslinger show here on My Psychic Connection, and I hope everybody is doing well. Come on in. Let's see who's here. Do say hi. I am so excited to be here this evening and offering readings for everyone and as many folks as I can get to tonight. So how this works, I will be offering both free readings and paid or donated readings. So if you're interested in having a more in-depth reading, lots more information, have a bit of a follow-up question situation, the donation link will be available. I am also offering free 2-minute readings. So if you would like to have your question answered, go ahead and pop over to the chat and type in your specific question. So what is a specific question? I need to know what it is that you want to know. I want to know, if you're asking about someone, you can let me know who they are to you. Give me a little bit of meat, a little bit of context in terms of what it is that you're asking about. A general question would be, what do you see for me? Or a general reading. We're not offering those here tonight on the show, but if you are interested, you can head on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com and you can have a general reading over there to your heart's content. But on the show, I do require a specific question. So yeah, ask what it is you want to know. What, does it relate to your work? Does it relate to your love life? Does it relate to your passion project? The more specific you are, the faster I can tap in and the more quickly I can get you the answers that you're looking for. Because I often find too, with general readings, I'll be tapping into certain things and then the person will say, I know all of that. It's like, well, what do you want to know? So ask exactly what it is you want to know and I will help you out tonight, my dears. So also, I will mention on the website, you do get 3 minutes free with your first call. So if you head on over and you're interested in that. So a couple things I cannot and will not read on here tonight. So apart from general readings, I will not be doing any legal readings, any medical readings. Both of those by law, I am not allowed to touch. So anything related to physical health, pregnancy readings, birth predictions, things like that are off of the table tonight. And so if you're interested in a medical or legal question, do find the medical or legal professional in your area that can help you out. I also am not offering any mediumship readings this evening, but we have a number of other psychics that will help you connect with your loved ones on the other side. So you can check out the other shows Monday through Thursday, as well as on the website, you can get one-on-one mediumship consultations as well. Hey guys, so the donation offerings, I will just let you know. So we have 3 offerings. We have the quick reading, the mini reading, or the mega reading. So the mega reading is the one you want to go for if you've got a big complex situation, if you've got multiple questions, 2 different topics. That is the one that you can have my full attention for however long it takes to get that message out. The mini reading is also an untimed reading. So if you've got a complex situation, that can be limited to 1 topic. We can dive into that as well. And then the quick reading will be up to 5 minutes long, and I'll get out as much information as I can surrounding your specific question there as well. And do remember, guys, that $1 of every donation this month goes towards the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So we do pass on the love as well. So I hope to be able to add to that donation list tonight. So what else do we have here? Games. We've got some games going on tonight. So the emoji contest will be in full force. So if you are interested in winning a very special reading with me later on in the show, go ahead and send some emojis. Whoever sends the most emojis throughout the show will win the reading. So let's see those emojis. I like the hearts. I like the stars. I like the little octopus. I'm really not picky. I don't think there's any emojis that I don't like. Yeah, they're all good. So let's see those emojis tonight. And do please like this video wherever you're watching. Hit the little thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, particularly over on YouTube, because we've got so much cool content going on over there, but we can talk more about that a little bit later. And do share me out, guys. If you know someone who really could use a reading, if someone is bothering you with a question, if someone needs a reality check, send them our way. Do share out this channel and share out this live video with them. And if I'm still here within the next hour, I hope to get to their question. And I try to help as many folks as I can on this show here tonight. And the last thing I'll say, guys, we are on over 190 different platforms. So do be patient as I am heading through everyone's questions. If you do want to ensure that you get a reading here tonight, the donation list will jump all of the free readings, and the mega reading will jump even the donation list. So if you're interested in guaranteeing yourself a reading tonight, the donation link will be floating around in the chat for you. And with the number of platforms, if you're listening to me somewhere that you can't type in your question, head on over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection, and you'll see our beautiful logo. It's the blue, I almost said flower. My goodness, the beautiful blue tree. It says My Psychic Connection on it and a silver ribbon around it. You will see that it is live. I am live here right now, and you can ask your specific question in the live chat over on YouTube. So that is my intro. Do pop in and say hello. I love seeing who's here. Say hi. Introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from. We are an international community, so I love to see the different areas of the world that we find all of our wonderful people from. All right. That is enough said and done. I am dying to sling some cards here, so let's see who we've got first on our beautiful list this evening. We have Casey. Hi, Casey. Casey says, hi, Cassidy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, my dear. She says, I had a heart-to-heart conversation last Friday with my boss. Did he receive it well? Will I soon see a change with him? I'm manifesting a positive outcome. Do you see it? All right, so let's take a look at how that went for your boss and how it looks, if it will actually mean anything. Yeah, great question. Great question. So after this heart-to-heart conversation, how did your boss take that? Okay. Whoa. All right, this is fantastic. And let's see where we see this heading. Okay. So fascinating. So this seems like, I don't want to say necessarily that this heart-to-heart was overdue, but certainly by the time it came up and came forward, it's almost like there are certain aspects of it. It was too bad that it had to sort of come to this. There are some things that just were either misunderstood, miscommunicated, up to the point that it's almost like this conversation was, it feels almost overdue. Like it could have happened earlier and would have been great. Because the very first card down here I have is receptivity, and it's come up in reverse. So initially it feels that there's some level that your boss was really not listening to you, was not giving you the time and attention that you needed to feel supported in your workplace. And this can also be like just not listening to your ideas, feeling kind of, at an arm's length from them up until the point that this meeting took place. But check this out. It went from the receptivity card in reverse to the card of friendliness upright. So how your boss received it, starting with that first question there, is like friendliness. I do feel like you've really met some common ground there. It does feel like they're invested in your growth, both professionally and within the company, and what you're able to offer them specifically, because it feels as though in some ways, I won't say you clash, but it's like you complement each other in a way that the way that you see things, the way that your boss. That is all I have time for you there, my dear. I hope that was helpful, but thank you very much for your trust and for that question. If you're interested, I'm happy to go in a bit deeper with that, but thank you very much for your question, and I do wish you good luck. So guys, I will mention as well, it is the full moon today, tonight, wherever you are in the world. It is the full moon in Leo. And I was just talking with Squirrel, our resident astrologer, before the show here. And I was saying, like, for myself, I'm feeling so jazzed. I am feeling just this very vibrant, excited for life type of energy. Also feels a bit, I will say, scrambly. So if anyone else is out there and is feeling, like either you're trying to keep up, you're maybe feeling like you're falling behind, I just hope that everyone can use this beautiful full moon energy that has come our way to, to find whatever they need to reinvigorate themselves, to find that extra energy that you need to carry on and move forward, and exploring what it is that really makes your heart explode or makes you really excited to be alive, excited to be here, moving forward and pursuing the goals that you have. So I will say again, if you are just joining us, hello, welcome, come on in. It's lovely to see everyone. Do say hi. And the emoji contest is up and running. So if you are interested in winning a special reading with me later on in the show, let's see those emojis. Whoever sends the most throughout the show will win that reading a bit later on tonight. All right, let's go ahead and take my next question. Who have we got on this lovely list tonight? We have Gemma. Hello, my dear Gemma. Gemma says, I've got a new friend called Daniel. Seems very sweet and lovely. Is he good? Is he a good and honest person? I've just got rid of some toxic friends and worried about adding more. Let me read that again. I've got a new friend called Daniel. He seems sweet, very sweet and lovely. Is he good? Is he a good and honest person? I've just got rid of some toxic friends and I'm worried about adding more. They all seem nice at first. All right, good question. Let's take a look at this Daniel character. Is Daniel a good and honest person? What do we see there? Okay. Okay. It's quite funny that you asked like good and honest, and I have cards here that relate to like goodness, and I have cards here that relate to level of honesty. So I do have the justice card here that has shown up upright. So in terms of honest, I do think that he is an honest individual. I do feel honestly there's a trustworthiness. I don't feel worried about what you would share with this individual. I feel that they are truthful, upfront, quite communicative, and it doesn't feel all the way cold, but there is a rather snappy, rather smart analytical mind behind this individual. The nice thing, though, I don't think they're not a nice person, but I do feel that they are either subject to, feels almost like emotional swings at times. It does feel as though they will be a little bit hot, a little bit cold. I've got the, what is this here? Whoops. Sorry, picked up 3 cards. I've got the 7 of Wands that's come up here in reverse, as well as the 10 of Cups that's come up in reverse. So it does feel that, at their soul level, at their heart level, I don't think that they're a bad person or that they're inherently sketchy or toxic or any of those particular things. But it does seem as though they inhabit different emotional realms, shall I say, where they can be, I would say, almost a bit confronting at times, and or that cold side of things, and other times be very and supportive. So that is what I've got time for you there, my dear. Thank you very much for your question. I do hope that that was helpful, and good luck with navigating that connection. It's always exciting to meet new people, and the ways that we meet people. If you are out there listening to this, let me know how you met your current best friends, the people that you spend your most time with. A lot of us, we do meet, friends in school and as we are kids, but I'm like really interested in those relationships that form later in life, that you may be formed outside of school. You met in the workplace, you met through a mutual friend. Let me know how you're finding connections with other friends, especially in your adult life, because it's always very beautiful to see how these relationships bud up for us, and how they, some of the right ones just really seem to stick. So anyways, keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and take the next question. Who have we got next on our lovely? Folks, we have got a donation. We have a donation for a mini reading. So thank you so very much, Casey, for your donation. I appreciate it big time. I'm so glad you donated, because there was so much more to this, and I'm really looking forward to going deeper into this. So allow me just a moment here in time to grab the cards. Forgive me, I really should have left them out. But I did put them back in my deck, and I kept shuffling, but I do remember where I was going with that. So the first card there, that was that receptivity in reverse, and it moved into that card of friendliness. So to answer, if I could have that question back up, please, for the folks in the back, because there was a 3-part question there, and I'm very excited at the opportunity to get to dive back into it. There we are. These are my cards here. That was what came up, and I will grab a couple more to dive into this a bit more. So first question is really what I was focusing on there, is did he receive it well? I honestly feel like there was some common ground that was made here in this connection, because like I said, it's gone from that receptivity in reverse. There's a closedness there. There is almost a wall, like where I was saying there's that conversation was quite overdue. It was almost too bad that things had to get to the state they were before you had this heart to heart. But I think your choice of words there, where you're saying it was a heart to heart, is exactly how it was received. Where I was saying before there too about, I don't feel that you are clashing personalities, but I feel like you're both very strong personalities that have your own way of doing things, and your ideas for growth are, again, I'm not trying to say clashing, but they are not the same as your boss. But I feel like, honestly, after this particular conversation that the two of you had, there's more respect there. There is more, we can grow together. I do feel that they are like it, you know what I mean? You have different foundations and different fundamentals where you came from. I feel like your background, in some way, there seems to be overlapping points, but you also have a very different foundation that you show up with to work that your boss does. So in some cases, as the tree grows, we're feeling a little bit apart, but we're both committed to the growth and committed to seeing things expand with our particular projects. But anyway, part one of that question. I'm glad this is a mini reading, so I can go ahead and take my time. I have the I do say, she says right on with the little, the dart hitting the center of the board. So how your boss received it. Honestly, it does feel like a shift took place there. So I'm very happy to see that. For my lovely folks in the back, if you wouldn't mind putting that question up just one more time, because there was a couple of portions to it. So will I soon see a change with him, and I'm manifesting a positive outcome, and do I see it? Okay, perfect. So that was all how it was taken. And then now I really want to see second portion of that, how we see this going now. Okay. All right. So that being said, and this is interesting, and this may, to me, it feels disconnected in me looking at this, but I feel like as soon as I say this, it will make sense to the type of personality that this boss has. Because the next card I have down here, I've got the card of aloneness in the first position. So immediately, the fallout of this, in the short term of this, it does feel like the dynamic doesn't, the shift that has genuinely happened and taken place from that meeting, it's like the next time you meet the boss, the next time you're in the office, it's going to initially feel like nothing changed. And I apologize for that. It's because it probably will feel a little bit disheartening. And then I also have the card of guilt here in reverse, as well as the card of politics in reverse. So it does feel that this is very multi-layered and complex, and all of the things that were brought up in the meeting, I think your boss saw you and they really heard you, what seems like for the first time. But as this progresses forward, we're not heading into a patch initially of things changing and things getting better to the same level that matches the changes that were brought about from that meeting. So that's quite interesting. Moving forward from that, though, so again, in short term, feeling a little bit, it's going to feel like, well, are the things that I said, like, did that happen? Was there a change? Anyways, so short term, just, I want to say, prepare for that and push through that, because then I have the card here of trust that has come up in reverse, as well as the card of innocence that has come up in reverse. And taking a look at this, you can see we've got this sagely character here, and it feels like to me, that's just more of the boss energy with the little cricket here on his finger, where it's really going to take time on your boss's end to actually integrate the things that were discussed, learned, uncovered, and sorted out in the meeting. And I feel like that does have to do fundamentally with what your style of work is, what your boss's style of work is, because the trees do grow together and they do connect, but they're not, forgive my, I hope I'm explaining what I wanted to say here, but the trees are not intertwining. There's not, I would say, you're not going to be the best of friends with your boss following from this meeting, but I really feel that the shift is real. And where you said you're trying to manifest a positive experience, I do see that happening, but it's showing me a bit longer term, like over the next week, couple of weeks, it still feels a bit bumpy. This might even honestly require not necessarily an additional heart-to-heart conversation to the level that you had it, but maybe it feels more like little emails that maybe there's a clause in the email that brings a little piece up, or as you pass in the hallway, just little almost seeds of reminder to sort of bring your boss back to those realizations, because it seems as though your boss will almost fall back into this closed receptivity type of mode in the short term following this conversation. So great job, I want to say, with the way that you've handled yourself, and it feels as though you were really very prepared, and the shift that you brought about in this connection is undeniable. Like, things have changed between the two of you, despite how they're going to look in the short term. I'm not, like I said, seeing that shift that really mirrors the shift that actually took place. So to wrap up what I'm really trying to say there with that is where you're saying, you know, you are manifesting this to have a positive outcome. And I really do feel that that is the case, because it's like there's the things that were brought up, the depth, the complexity of what was spoken about in that heart-to-heart conversation. It's going to take a bit of time for your boss to integrate that into their own understanding and into how they're going to show up towards you in the workplace. So where I have that trust card in reverse, it's like that your boss is willing and ready to, she says, thank you, very helpful with the red heart. You are very welcome, my dear. They are much more willing to trust you, and I feel like we are moving to a more collaborative space. But what really needed to happen there was seeing that eye to eye and just elevating that level where you both have a mutual respect for each other. Whereas before, with them being so closed, that respect wasn't there. But now it feels we've got a better understanding of each other's foundations, a better understanding of each other's work style. And it's like now we can start the process of having a much more cohesive and collaborative working environment, as opposed to how things have been previously. So that is what I am seeing for you there, my dear. It does have a happy ending a little bit later on in a little bit later on here down the line. It definitely, I will say it does. But again, I don't want to jump over the fact that your boss is really going to take their time integrating that. So be patient, my dear. So that is what I've got for you, Casey. It was so wonderful to connect with you tonight, and I'm excited for you. Excellent work on what you did and how you handled yourself in that particular meeting. Because honestly, like, raise your hand out there if you have ever had to really get something off your chest. You've had to bridge a topic with someone that is, I mean, the breadth of conversations we can have that are hard to talk about. But like, my hat goes off to Casey and anyone out there who has really done what they needed to do in that moment, to blurt something out, to ask the question that's on their heart, to just shine some honesty into a connection, despite it being a very difficult and challenging thing to do. Because, you know, when we delay these difficult conversations, it can only delay, you know, clarity that we really need. And if you are not able to do that, you're always welcome to come and join us for a reading, because we can also provide clarity as well. So here we are, guys. It is game time. Welcome to game time. I do believe we are doing the Guess the Playing Cards game at this particular moment in time. So how this one works is, if you have a playing card, where am I going with this? My words, please forgive me. What I did before the show started is I had a playing card that I drew, and I let the folks in the back know the card that we are looking for. And when the timer starts, I'd love to see if someone can try and guess what playing card it was that I drew before the show started. So how the deck is set up, if you're not familiar, there's 4 suits. We've got diamonds, hearts, clubs, and spades. And they are labeled, numbered. They are numbered ace through 10, as well as having a jack, queen, and a king on each suit. So ready, set, go. Let's see those guesses. If you are interested in guessing the playing card, I do say, you know, if you are feeling like you want to try and use this as an intuitive exercise, you know, close your eyes, try and see, are you seeing the color red? Are you seeing the color black? Are you seeing a number? Are you seeing a face card? So you can definitely use this as an intuitive exercise. Whereas on the other side, if you are not if you are not feeling particularly intuitive at this moment, you can also just type as many times as you like, as many guesses as you would, your heart's content. So let's see those guesses, guys. I would love to see us have a winner tonight. I do have a number of decks on my table. I forgot to ask that earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, I mean, 12 readily accessible, but there are more out here and about. So let's see those guesses, guys, to guess that playing card. What was the number? What was the suit? What was the number and suit? Was it the playing card, face card? I would love to see a winner for us tonight. Guys, I will also quickly take this moment and this opportunity to tell you about our YouTube channel, because the amount of stuff going on over there, it used to be, we have a couple of things daily. There is, what do we have now? 6, 7, 8. We have got a ton of content that comes out every single day. We've got a beautiful shorts series. We have got a number of series that come out weekly, bi-weekly, different times. So do make sure you're heading over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection. You'll see the beautiful art. Again, I almost said flower again. My goodness. You will see our tree logo, and you can subscribe to that channel, and you can hit the little bell to make sure you're notified of all of the beautiful content that comes out daily, weekly, lots of good stuff. And you'll also be notified when the live shows are on, because we do have shows every night, Monday through Thursday at multiple times right now. So yes, can always find what you need over there on My Psychic Connections YouTube channel. So guys, let's see the playing card. If you are, yes, we are still playing the Guess the Playing Card game. So let's see those numbers, those suits, those playing card face cards. I would love to see us have a winner here tonight. Oh, Sadie has got it. Sadie says, ooh, the 2 of diamonds. Hey, congratulations, Sadie. You are our winner this evening. It was, in fact, the 2 of diamonds. So well done, Sadie. My goodness. How this one works is I will offer a reading using my Oracle deck. And if you would like this to apply to a particular area of your life, do let me know. Otherwise, Sadie showed up just in time to be a winner. You sure did. So let me know, Sadie, if you want this little mini reading here to apply to a particular area of your life. Otherwise, this is the only opportunity. The games, I will just say, the games on the show are the only time that I will offer a general type reading on the show, because as we spoke of before, I do not typically offer, we don't offer general readings on the live show. So Sadie says career. All right, Sadie, my dear, let's take a look at what we see here on this lovely Oracle deck. What do we have for Sadie for your career message tonight? There we go. Okay. And one more. Fabulous. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, Sadie, it's quite cool because you did pop in. I saw you jump in and you won the contest right away, right quickly there. So I'm going to start with the last card I have, because it says trust your own understanding. And I'll add to that, trust your own intuition right now. It does feel that you are just on fire with what you need to know and what you need to gather from the universe. So in terms of your career, I'm going to come back to this one in just a quick moment, but where it says trust your understanding, it feels as though you have come, it doesn't feel like you've necessarily come to a particular conclusion at the moment, but there is some level of a discussion, some level of a decision that you're about to make with where you're wanting to take your career and what the coming years are really going to look like. So the very first card I have down here, it says clear out the old. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful card. And this individual has a blindfold on, but you will notice that the keyhole is right in the middle of their chest, right where their heart is. So the first one says clear out the old. The second card is gratitude and appreciation. And then that third card there is trust your own understanding. So with clear out the old, in terms of your career, it does feel like you're almost, don't hold yourself back. Sadie says, so cool. Yeah. So it almost feels like where it's saying clear out the old, whether it's, she says, gratitude, it feels like you're, something that can really be holding you back at this time is saying, I need to either stay in this industry because I've always done this, or it feels like you need to really not look backward in order to go forward. Where it's saying clear out the old, like the key is to making some move and some shift that is much more aligned with what feels more enjoyable on a much deeper and more fulfilled level. Like the key is literally in this person's heart with the blindfold on. So probably mentally you're maybe feeling, it feels like what's it called? Conflict between the mind and the heart. Sadie says that makes a lot of sense to my current situation. Amazing. Perfect. So where your heart may be saying, I want to go do this thing, your mind is saying, no, but I am a insert profession here. I've always done insert my past. So this is what I will continue to do. Your past does not need to look like your future, and don't hold yourself back with what the past looks like and feeling like you have to do something you have always done. So that is the first card I have there, with that clear out the old. What you have had and what has always been is not, I would say, in your best interest for that being what your forward moving momentum looks like. Then with this gratitude and appreciation, I will say though, this is my little undertone to that is it doesn't feel as though you need to walk all the way away, or at least within yourself, understand you're not walking all the way away from your experience, from your past in terms of making this decision. It does feel like a change of some sort. Where I have gratitude and appreciation, it's like be very mindful and conscious of picking what you have, what you like, what is already important to you from the past that will get to stay. So whether you're changing, I don't know, changing slight positions in a particular industry, but it feels like you're really not needing to walk all the way away from something, because you're going to be carrying the most important parts of your experience you'll be carrying forward with you. So do hold space and appreciation for what your career has brought you so far, and what, where it will be heading next. And with that final card there, like I said at the beginning, trust your own understanding. So with that, the head and the heart maybe wanting two different things at the moment, it does feel like you'll be moving into a space where I have this mask coming off. Sadie says, like, I don't totally have to give up playing music to achieve my dreams. Basically, it sounds like, yeah, absolutely not. You don't have to. It's not like you have to walk away from what the past was by any means. There are some things, it's just to not limit yourself to what the past has brought you is where you need to go. So with that trust your own understanding, it does feel that this woman has got this mask that's taken off. Allow yourself to almost enjoy this this conflict between your head and your heart at this time, because it's really helping you be clear on what it is that you want, what your next steps are really going to be, and you will come to an understanding that you've reconciled what it is that both your heart and mind are interested in, and it will take you forward from there. So that is what I've got for you, my dear. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm glad that you won. Congratulations again. It was lovely to see you, and I hope that was helpful for you. So guys, the Sadie says, thank you so much. That was incredible. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes. See, divine timing. That was perfect. You popped in at just the right time. So we do have the emoji contest still going. So love to see all of these beautiful emojis coming in. But I will grab my cards and we will see who we've got next on this beautiful list. Woohoo! Okay, as I just said a couple of seconds ago, where I said, emoji contest up and running, I will go ahead and just pause the emoji contest for the next 3 minutes. And what I would like you folks to do is, if you're interested in getting a yes or no question answered, let's see that yes or no question now. So what can you ask in a yes or no question? It has to have a yes or no answer. No when, no whys, no wheres, no hows. Just will is a good start. Will something happen? Should I do something? I only can answer yes, no, or undetermined in this particular game. So do give me a question that I can answer yes, no, undetermined. And I will say as well, no questions that fall under my I will not read on list. So no legal questions, no medical questions, and no mediumship questions can be asked during this yes or no round. But other than that, let's see those beautiful yes or no questions. I am very excited. It's always fun. It's also very stressful, because immediately as soon as I'm tapping into these questions and looking at the cards I have, of course, getting more information than that. But the whole point is to keep it rocking, keep it moving, and you are allowed to ask as many questions as you like. So if you're interested in having a couple of different cards or a couple of different questions answered, you can ask many questions back to back. So I will pause the emoji contest for just a moment while we are playing the yes-no game, and let's take a look at these lovely yes-no questions. We have Kat. Kat says, is Jeff mad at me? Jeff mad at you? No? Kat says, will I hear from Jeff this semester? No. KC says, should I stay in my current role? Undetermined. Sadie says, am I considering the right degree? Yes. KC says, will I get engaged this year? Yes. So guys, let's see those yes no questions. The timer is rolling, so I am here to answer any yes or no questions that you may have over the next however many minutes we have got left. Let's see those yes no questions. What is on your heart? What's going on? Kat says, is Jeff happy without me? Undetermined. Questions are tricky, but let's see those yes no question, guys. We've got a couple of minutes left here. Squirrel says, is my mom lying to me? No. Oh, this is tricky and great. So here we have AA. AA says, is David interested in me? Yes. Squirrel says, will I be able to study in the near future? Let's take a look at that. Undetermined. This is for N. N says, I have a yes no question. Will I go to New York on a work project in February? Yes. Sadie says, will Red Admiral bite Teddy again tomorrow? I'm going to pass on that question because I don't know if that in any way hinges on medical. Kat says, is Jeff happy in his marriage? Yes. AA says, can I trust David? Undetermined. KC says, should I leave my company? Should you leave your company? Undetermined. AA says, will I make new friends this year? Undetermined. Tracy says, has the guy I'm in love with moved on? He led me on, and now that I'm sprung over him, he is acting uninterested. So has this guy moved on? No. Okay, has not. AA says, will I have a Valentine's date this year? Yes. Oh, that game gets trickier every time I play it. Thank you everyone for playing and all of those wonderful yes or no questions. That lightning round is always a great time. I will always say too, just as my disclaimer is that of course yeses can become no's, no's can become yeses, and undetermineds for one reason or another are not showing up as a I don't necessarily believe that things are fated in general, but it's really not showing that one path or the other is most prominently about to be upon us, and or the level of influence you have on the situation is so strong that it's really your choice and really your decision. Or undetermined can mean I have much more to say on the topic for one reason or another. Yes, it is always a great time. But yes, I will say as well, the donation link is open if you are interested in having me go a little bit deeper into any of what I had said there. But for now, let's see who we've got next on our wonderful list tonight. And yes, as well, I will say $1 of every single donation is going to support the St. Jude's Children's Hospital this month. So we love to share the love. All right, who have we got next on our beautiful list tonight? All right, this is Svetlana. Hello, Svetlana says, hi, what kind of man will my next relationship? What kind of man will be my next relationship? Character, appearance, thank you. All right, my dear. Let's take a look for Svetlana. What kind of man will be your next relationship? Let's see if I can get a sense of character or appearance. There we go. Okay. Well, my dear. Okay. Now, in terms of trying to track down this individual, I'm going to be all the way honest with you, and it seems like it's a little bit out in the future at this point. It's not showing up immediately. In fact, I have the card of aloneness that has come up in reverse. So it is, in fact, showing that I will say your time single will be coming to an end here. But that is the third card that I have laid down in my string here, where it honestly shows I've got the card of courage in reverse. So it does feel that there's a healing and a a shift in your mental space that needs to take place, or that will be taking place, before we can even get to me looking at the other side and describing what this person looks like. Because I also have the card of nothingness as well as mind. And you can see in the mind card here, it's very jumbled up, very just so much going on. So I feel like on your end, between now and you meeting this next person that you will be involved with, there is quite a bit that you need to heal through, work through, and get your mind in a space where, okay, we're actually ready, open, and excited for this next person to really come forward into our lives. So I need to really stress that. It does seem that that takes place first before I'm even like able to access what this person looks like. So the next card I have down here, it's a card of abundance, and it has come up in reverse. So in terms of characteristics or how they will seem to appear, I will say that they like, it feels as though they like the finer things in life. I'm sorry to do that's all I've got time for there in that quick 2 minutes, but I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your question, and I do wish you good luck as you move forward with your love life and in your relationship. All right, guys, we are cruising right along. The emoji contest is open and back in full force, so whoever sends the most emojis here tonight will win a special reading with me a little bit later on in the show. So go ahead and send those emojis. I like the hearts, I like the flowers, I like the little octopus, anything and everything. I do think all of the emojis are quite lovely. So who do I want to grab this deck here, and who have we got next on our beautiful list here tonight? We have got Jasmine. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine says, when will I be married, age or year? How will I meet my future life partner? Anything specific? All right, my dear, let's take a look at what I can see there with how you meet your future partner in the context of, finding someone that you will end up marrying. So what have we got here for Jasmine? How will you meet your future partner? Okay. Wow. Okay, so I don't know what your current situation is like, or if there's someone that you already have in mind, but I have quite a number of pairing, partnership, very lovey type cards here. So I'm not seeing that you're necessarily in a relationship or connected with anyone at this moment in time, because the first card I have down here is the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Rods, and she's come up upright. So it's showing me that I would say more right now is sort of, well, you're focusing on love and relationship, but you've got a lot of other things taking up your time. It feels either career oriented, very driven towards what your life goals are, and it feels like you're almost in what I would say is like a bad bitch era, or you're doing things that are for yourself and that are important to you at this time. I then also have the card of the Lovers and the Two of Cups that have both come up upright, as well as the card of the Five of Cups that's come up in reverse. So how you will end up meeting this person, I'm not convinced. It feels like they're not too far removed from you already. It's not showing that you know them intimately, or that it's an ex or something like that. But I will say that how you will meet them, it feels like you are already aware of who they are. There's either a friend of someone's, you were in a class with them, they passed by in the workplace. I'm not getting the exact location, but they're not far away. That's what I will say at this time. But thank you, my dear, for your question. I do hope that was helpful. And guys, if you did get a reading with me tonight or at any point throughout the week, we love to see your reviews. You can leave us a review over at www.journeyryanlive.com/reviews. And we do love to see what your thoughts are, how you felt about your reading, what you want to say. We love to see those reviews. We love to interact with everyone. So don't be shy. We love to see what's going on for everybody. Okay, what have we got next? Which deck? This deck. No, that one again. All right. It's so fun. I love having all my cards sprayed out here. Who have we got next? I will take my next question, please. So this is for, I believe this is Tripty. Hello, my dear. Tripty says, what is the profession of my future life partner? Do I already know him? All right. See, we've got a theme of the love is in the air here this evening. So we can get a sense of the profession of your future life partner and see if you already know him. So what will your future partner do for work? see here, right there. Okay, and do you already know them? Okay, it's not showing me that you already know this individual. And in terms of what they do for work, it's interesting because where you're asking me, it's almost like this person where they're at right now is not settled in their current profession, but at the point you meet them, to me they're showing like they're in training right now. They're either in school doing an apprenticeship, kind of got their first job in their industry. At the moment, it feels like when you end up meeting them, they are not fully established in what it is that they're doing at this time. So where I'm looking at what they do for a profession, it's like learning their craft at this time. It does seem that I wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with like in the business sector, in the finance sector. It doesn't feel so much political, but there is, banking industry, finance industry, something to that effect. But at the moment, it's like they haven't even necessarily decided what they want to do and where they're going. They're not like confused or floating by any means. They do feel very serious and like they have a goal in mind with what they want. But they are really focusing on perfecting their craft, doing their training right now, before you end up, well, I will say you do end up meeting them while they're still doing their training. And I honestly feel that you'll influence where they end up going. As my closing thought there, my dear. So thank you for that question. I do hope that was helpful, and I certainly wish you good luck and love as you are moving forward in your love life and in your relationships. So guys, hey, we have an announcement. We have a very special announcement here tonight. This is for the emoji contest winner. Congratulations, AA. You have won the emoji contest tonight. So congratulations. Thank you so much for all of the beautiful emojis. If you are interested, do let me know what area of life you would like this to apply to. Otherwise, I will just go ahead and do a more general reading. This is the only time on the show where I will do a reading that is not for a specific question. So that is, well, the only time, but the only times is if you win one of the games. So the first opportunity is that guess the playing card, and this opportunity is with the emoji contest. So congratulations, AA. I'm going to go ahead and lay some cards for you and see what we have as a message for you tonight. Congratulations again. Let's take a look what we see for AA. There we are. This is quite interesting, AA, my dear. The first card I have down, it says make a decision. So we have, this is such a beautiful card. As you can, if you can't see, but where you may be listening to me, we have a woman has her arms up, and on one side there's this beautiful flowing gold light, and on the other side there's just animals and lush greenness, and it's like both sides feel as though they really have something to offer, but they look very different. So what I want to say to you, my dear, with this card of make a decision, she's in this moment really, I would say, balanced right in between her understandings of what this decision means for her, what she wants her future to look like, and what's going to really be important moving forward. Because on one side, we've got these Egyptian markings and glyphs, and on the other side, we've got this abundance of animals. So it does feel like you are weighing out a decision that has quite drastic consequences, but they really take you in two very different directions. So where this is asking you to make a decision, I will tone that back just a quick hair because of the second card, which is culmination of vision. And we see this lovely tree lady here looking forward at the beautiful butterflies. So culmination of vision, where it's saying like to really look longer term when you're about to make this decision. I feel like if you make what is going to be easier in the short term, make your decision based on what's easier in the short term, what can come to you more quickly. Not that it will be a regretful choice, but where it's saying the culmination of a vision is like, where is it that you're wanting to be? We're talking like 5 years from now, longer down the line, maybe even 10 years from now, but getting very clear for yourself how this decision is impacting your longer term future and what trajectory you want to put yourself on with where it is that you're choosing to go. And the last card I have here is adventure, which is such a beautiful card. So it feels like the to help you maybe make this decision, this card of adventure, it feels more out of your comfort zone. It feels like we're not going with necessarily the safer option or the option that was expected of us or the option that everyone around us might have thought was best for us. It feels much more self-directed. So it's kind of neat how these cards all come together. We have the card of make a decision, we then have culmination of vision, and then we have adventure. So it's like, don't rush this decision, but you are reaching a point where you're going to have to decide what path it is that you're actually on, so you can honor what your longer term goals are, where you're going to be heading. And then, we see the adventure beginning. So it does feel like there's some shift that takes place that's not a repetition or repeating or going back to how things were in the past. It feels like much more of an expansive, adventurous type of outcome where you're choosing to go. So I hope that helps in making what this decision is relating to, my dear. But that is what I've got for you here from the beautiful, what is this? Nature's Whispers Oracle here tonight. And congratulations again for winning the emoji contest. Thank you very much for all of your support and sending all of the beautiful emojis throughout the show. It's always fun because I can see all of the emojis as they're flying up my screen here on the side. So I do thoroughly enjoy it. All right, guys, let's keep this show a-rolling. Who have we got next here on our list tonight? We have Diana. Hi, Diana. Diana says, hi, when will James and I be in a relationship? Right, my dear, let's take a look at the connection that is going on there between you and James. So let's take a look. Connection between you and James. Okay. All right, my dear. So, I don't know what the existing dynamic is in the relationship between the two of you. The fundamental energies I have here is the Strength card in reverse, where it feels quite one-sided. It feels like, I will say, you're the one who's really putting in the energy effort to make this relationship happen. And it feels kind of like you are, wrestling with a lion type of a thing. Like, I don't know if he is either outright resisting at this time or if he's just not really meeting you in the middle. But it feels like this connection is, at the moment, almost nothing but pain or nothing but a struggle of trying to force this connection between the two of you without him really meeting you halfway. I have the card of the Six of Wands that's come up reversed for him, and the Four of Wands that has come up reversed for you, as well as the card of the Tower reversed for sort of where this connection is heading next. And it doesn't, honestly, like with this Strength energy in reverse, with this struggle, you've asked when you're going to be in a connection with him, and I can't give you a timeline. I'm not seeing this connection really coming forward and coming to pass in the future here, at least in this, within the coming months, because it really seems that his head is turned. He is going in some other direction, and he seems to be really like fighting you on this relationship. So remember, my dear, to you and to anyone listening, I'll finish that thought because it's just a general thing to keep in mind. I think I said it even last week, but like, choose people who choose you. There are always, and there are definitely times in our lives where we have to fight for what we want. And if we want something to happen, it's going to happen because we are the one doing the thing. But at the same time, if a relationship, whether this is love, family, friendship, if something is always one-sided, if you're putting your energy and effort and everything you've got into something or someone, they are not giving you anything back. Like, my full heart goes out to people in that situation because it is such a heartbreaking thing to experience it, to have to go through. But, look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself and say, really, like, is this person actually ever going to be what I need, what I want, and what I need? And having those very challenging and difficult conversations with ourselves. Again, I'm not brushing over the fact that there's a very real heartbreak element to them, but having that reality check can really be helpful to, okay, I'm not going to be hung up on this person anymore. I'm going to go find someone who's better for me. I'm going to find someone who loves me, respects me, gives me what I am looking for. And, you know, not every relationship is as cut and dry as, you know, you're in or you're out. Far more complexities of that, and don't just walk away from things willy-nilly. It's a big decision. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourselves in your relationships as well. So that's what I have as my little spiel. But guys, we have reached the last question of the night. I cannot believe how fast this time has gone, but I look forward to it every week, and I'm so glad that everyone was here. Thank you all for your questions so far. Let's take a look at who we've got to finish off the show here tonight. We have AA. AA, hello. AA says, who will be my next romantic partner? Please give me an idea. All right, I'm going to see how this person is going to appear to you. So when you say who, I typically I'm not able to get names or, you know, get all the way that specific, but I am definitely happy to take a look at what to look out for you, and how this person will appear to you, so you know that they are the right one, or that they are the next incoming person in your love life. So let's see. How will they appear to you? Okay. And what to look for. Okay, cool. The traits and qualities of this person, they seem, even just energetically from these cards, quite hard to ignore. They don't seem to have I want to say they don't seem to have a small personality, but they're also not like boisterous or just insanely outgoing that you just, you know, chill. Not that. I have the card of the Chariot as well as the 9 of coins that both come up upright. So it seems as though how they will appear to you, it feels really quite poised. I will say they do feel quite together, but you'll notice their drive and their motivation for what they are doing with their life. And they seem like the type of person that once they set their sight on something, they do give it that time, energy, and attention that they are, you know, that they are actually interested. So I don't feel that you'll be confused about this person. If this person, you know, if you meet someone that comes into your life and you're not sure how they feel about you, that's not the person I'm talking about. This energy feels much more direct. Like once you have caught their attention, you're going to know that you're the one that they are speaking to. But it feels like they feel really quite career oriented at this time. I don't feel that they are, you know, with someone else when you meet them or anything like that. But they will come across very, I will say, strong personality, but not in a way that's off-putting. Just to clarify that point. So I hope that was helpful for you, my dear. Thank you for your wonderful question, and, you know, good luck moving forward. So guys, we have reached the end of the show. I cannot believe how quick this hour goes. It feels like it goes a little bit faster, and I always say those 2 minutes, they get feeling really fast by the end of the night. So I am honored for everyone who has been here, and thank you all for whoever got a reading here tonight. Thank you very much for your trust in your question, because it's that these things that are weighing on our heart, it is an honor for me to be able to tap in with what's going on for you. And I hope that I can help provide information that's helpful and insightful for you at this time. So next shows, we will be back on starting Monday. So Monday through Thursday, we've got live shows every night of the week. Up until then, you can catch us over on our YouTube channel. We've got tons of content, all free content. Do subscribe over to our YouTube channel at My Psychic Connection, and you can check out all of our beautiful shorts and beautiful videos that come out every single day. And in the meantime, if you're interested in getting a one-on-one reading with any of the readers and additional readers as well, you can head on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com, and you can speak with the reader of your choice. So that is what I have for you guys tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I hope that your week goes well. Hang in there with this full moon energy. You know, pause up if you don't sleep during the full moon. So maybe I will dig my nose into a good book or something tonight. But anyways, hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening, has a great weekend ahead, and I will be back next Thursday, same time. So we'll see you then. Bye, guys.